Hey everybody, I'm finally uploading a video of me working on the Studebaker. Long time no see, I know. I was looking back on my videos and I didn't realize that it had been about 2 years since my last upload. And I've been working on the actual car for about the past year. And I wish I would have been uploading more videos, but I don't know, it is what it is. I'm gonna try better now because I have a job where I have more time off now. But the last time I made a video, it was of me rebuilding the starter, and I had just sent the engine to the machine shop. Well, I've had the engine together for, I don't know, a year. So I figured I'd go ahead and show you what I did with that. It came out pretty good. I had the block board 60 over, put new pistons in it. I had the crankshaft cut 10 under on the mains and rods and polished up. So it's got all new bearings and rings in it. I had the valve covers powder coated as close to the original color as I could. I had the intake manifold powder coated, and then I just painted the block black like it was originally. Had the oil pan powder coated, and just tried to clean up the timing cover. Took the rocker shaft assemblies all apart and cleaned them. Set all the lash already, so everything is nice and cleaned up under here. Set to all factory specs. New valve seals. The machine shop also reconditioned my rods, resurfaced the cylinder heads so they're nice and flat, and then did a valve job and cleaned them up. So I did a good job, so I'm pretty happy with that. I rebuilt the stock carburetor, so everything's stock, and I did get a regrind camshaft, a stock camshaft from Phil Harris at Fairborn Studebaker. But as you can see, I'm changing the look of the car a lot. And this is not really a rare car by any means, and it's just a 4-door, but it's decently solid. But I've always wanted to put something on air ride, so I've been building a completely different chassis for it, basically. And it's been a lot of work, but it's come out pretty good. And I'll start with the rear end. So I ended up cutting the floor out, and I made my own 4-link setup in there. Put rear bags on there, and I built a triangulated 4-link suspension. And it was a lot of work. I used the factory rear end. I had to put new axle shaft seals and axle shaft bearings in it, new pinion seal. So hopefully it holds up. But yeah, that was a lot of work. I originally wanted to do a parallel 4-link, but I just didn't have the space for it. So I ended up going with a triangulated. And I couldn't find anybody else online that's built an air ride system on one of these, so I had to do it from scratch. I ended up buying a book on suspension so I could learn more about suspension geometry and watch a lot of videos of Mike Bello from Bello's Customs to get some ideas of how to do things. C-notch the frame, and it sits on the body mounts when it's lowered all the way. But I just finished taking out the interior. When my dad came over and helped me, he took all the door panels out, took the seats out so we can start working on the floors. But it's not too bad in here. I mean, obviously the front's rotted out, so I gotta make floors. I'll try to make some videos of that. But my door panels and everything were in excellent shape. I'll show you the front suspension, which I'm just pretty much finishing up. That's a spare 259 I picked up, so I just put that in there to fit everything. But I used the factory front end, which is over here, and I had made bag mounts and everything, but I just wasn't happy with the clearance I was having. I was having issues with my tie rods hitting the wheels, and I had to heavily modify the control arms to have bag clearance, and I ended up just cutting the frame off and making my own frame from scratch, basically. I cut it right here, and then I put 4x2 3/16 steel in its place, and it came out pretty good. I fish plated both sides of the frame, so it's pretty strong. And then I bought a Speedway Mustang 2 front suspension kit and a Heights cross member. So it was a lot of work measuring and fitting that cross member and trimming it and everything, and ended up getting that in. And then the factory, well, the mounts that came with it that sat here, I had made bag mounts to go under there, but when the bag was fully collapsed, the bag was touching the frame. So I ended up having to come up with my own upper bag mount to put there so that when the bags collapsed, it didn't touch the side of the frame. So that was a lot of work, but it came out pretty good. But now I have modern suspension, I have manual rack and pinion steering, disc brakes, airbags, and yesterday I just finished building some shock mounts, which aren't the best looking thing in the world, but there is like zero clearance with the wheels I have. So that was the only place I could place the shock where it wouldn't hit the wheel when I was turning and would operate up and down well, but it came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It was a huge learning curve. It was a lot of work. Spent a lot of hours on that front end, but I'm pretty happy with it. So I am running 18-inch wheels. I'm running US mag wheels with the baby moon caps, and it looks pretty good. But yeah, I need to start making some more videos of this. So I hate that I didn't do it with the suspension, but like I said, got a different job now, so maybe I'll have some more time and some more motivation now. The next thing I'm gonna end up doing is building the steering, the intermediate shaft that'll go from the bottom of the column. The column's not bolted up right now, but I need to attach from down there on the rack and pinion up to the column. So the next video I'll probably be showing on how I do that, which is gonna be a little bit of work, but it should be doable. So I'll do that, but I'll talk about some other things I have going on. I've acquired a lot of stuff in the past couple of years I made the video. I've got two 5.7 liter Hemi engines. I got one there, and I got one over here. And then I have a 5.3 Chevy engine that I ended up trading a welder for. And then I also have purchased a 50 Chevy Fleetline 2-door. Another 63 Studebaker Lark 2-door, 259, three speed on the column. And then the latest thing I have, I'll put a picture of it in here. It's kind of rough, but it's pretty cool. A 1940 Chrysler New Yorker. So I plan on putting that Hemi in the New Yorker, and I'm gonna build the same type of suspension I did on this car. 4-link, Mustang 2 front end. I don't know if I'm gonna chop it or not. I have to build floors in it. So that's some of the things I have coming up. So I'm kind of motivated to get this car done, or at least rolling, so that I can start on one of my other projects, because I really like the other projects more than this car, but I'm so invested in this one already, I'm not gonna just throw in the towel on it. But should be a fun cruiser. But thanks for stopping by again, and stay tuned. I'm gonna make a real effort on uploading more videos as I go and finish this car up. So, all right, I'll see you on the next one.